Hi guys, this is Crystal, and today we're going to jump on the clean girl trend bandwagon. To me, the clean girl makeup look is really all about a natural look, your skin but better. We're gonna do that today and maybe zhuzh it up a little bit so that it is good for not just every day, but maybe like going out, and you can adapt it to whatever is appropriate for your day. I've already washed my face, showered, so I'm off to a good start. Moisturized and everything. Super essential part of getting the look is really making sure that you take care of your skin. You can see that I've got like a nice little glow going on underneath already. And I know some of you guys have been requesting a skincare routine video. If I get to, let's say, 500 subscribers, I will make that skincare routine video. So help me out. Like this video, subscribe, and you will get those skincare secrets. If you've been watching my makeup videos, you know that I use this Supergoop Unseen Sunscreen, which is a primer and sunscreen all in one. Never forget your sunscreen. It is super important that you use sunscreen every day, even if you're not going outside. I'm gonna use a tinted moisturizer today, and it's the oil-free version because I do get pretty oily in my T-zone. I've been using this for years, and I love this because it is just very lightweight, but gives you just enough coverage to even out your complexion. And then to blend this out, I'm going to use a brush, which I prefer over a beauty sponge because the beauty sponge I find soaks up too much of the product. This concealer routine is pretty much the same as I've been doing in all of my other makeup videos. I'm just covering up some of my blemishes and acne scars with this NARS concealer, which is a little bit closer to my skin tone. And then to help brighten up my under eye and my forehead and nose, I'm gonna use this Pat McGrath concealer, which is a little bit lighter than my skin color. And I'm just putting that in underneath my eye, right on the bridge, on the tip of my nose, and on the forehead. And then I'm just gonna use a wet beauty sponge to blend that all out. And I'm actually gonna go back in with my concealer because I feel like I need some additional help with the areas around my nose. So I'm just using the NARS concealer. And then I also want to brighten up where my smile lines are to kind of minimize the look of my wrinkles. So I'm just gonna use my Pat McGrath concealer. I'm just using this Too Faced Born This Way concealer, and this is in the shade Maple, which is a little bit too dark for me, but I think if I use just a little bit and then blend it out, it should be fine. I'm just gonna do it to warm up the face a little bit. Tiny dots, and here too. Tiny dots. I'm not putting a ton of product on. I'm using this JH05 brush. It's like more fluffy. I find that when I use brushes that are too dense, it doesn't blend out the color enough for me. So I'm just gonna use this and see how immediately the color gets diffused. I don't want it to be such like a harsh line. I have like a really long and pointy chin, kind of helps with making my chin look a little bit smaller. And then I have a huge forehead, so always gotta contour that. I'm actually gonna do a little bit of highlight. I'm going with like pinky undertone to kind of match the blush. And you can definitely skip this step and the contour step that I just did and just use the dry products. I think this just like kind of builds the look nicely, lets everything melt together. So I'm just using a little bit, and I'm just using my fingers to blend it out. And this is just on the high points of my cheek, and I'm just tapping some excess on my forehead. Okay, now I'm gonna go in with my blush. I'm gonna dot that right under my highlight. And then I want like a little bit more of like a lifted look, so I'm gonna concentrate the blush towards my temple, and then I'm just kind of tapping some excess onto my nose. Apply some powder to my under eye because it might start creasing soon if I don't. Oh, it's already creasing right here, my wrinkle. So I'm just gonna tap that out and then apply some of this powder. And I'm not gonna do the forehead yet because I wanna do my brows. This is like not my normal brow routine, but I feel like it's necessary for this clean girl look. But I'm gonna use this NYX Cosmetics brow glue to feather out my brows a little bit. If you watched my last makeup tutorial video where I did the Euphoria look, you know that my brow hairs don't really like to stick up. This product actually really helps me do that. I'm gonna try and not over-apply this time, but looks pretty cute. Okay, this is a Stila eyeliner in dark brown. And I'm just gonna pretend it's a brow product and draw in some little hairs. I'm gonna let those dry for a little bit and then we'll go back in with some more product to clean it up. But of course, you can skip all of that and just do your normal brow routine. Stay hydrated. As another clean girl skin tip for you. Next, I'm gonna just powder my forehead really quick because we didn't do that earlier and I wanna make sure that I don't get super oily throughout the day, so just a little bit, and I'm just kind of pressing that in, not too much. This is the Fenty Beauty bronzer in the Sun. Brush this across my lid to add some color, and I'm kind of dragging it out here just a little bit to lift the eye. Now I'm gonna use the same product to contour my nose, and then I'm just dragging the contour from my eyelid into this crevice right here, the bottom of my nose, here too. I don't want like a totally clean under eye, so I'm gonna use the same bronzer and a small fluffy brush, using this bronzer brush and then just layering it on, and this will help set the Too Faced concealer that I used earlier. And I think if you wanted to just do this step and not use the liquid concealer, you can definitely do that as well. Okay, I think my brows are dry now, so I'm gonna go back in and fill in some of the sparse areas. So I'm just using this Anastasia brow duo. I'm going in with the darker color. It's my eyebrow. This is a really, really old, it's probably like over a decade old. I don't know if I should be using it. I have no idea if they still make it, but I feel like there are a lot of products that are similar to this on the market. You just really need like metallic liquid eyeshadow in like this like dusty rose color. And I'm really just gonna use a tiny bit of it in the center of my lid, and then I'm gonna blend it out. I know this is really, really old because I stole it from my grandma. I think I've had this since like maybe even college. Oh my gosh. But you could also even use this highlighter on your lids. And this is my Tarte blush, and I'm just gonna layer that on top of the cream blush that we did earlier. I find that it makes my blush stay on a lot longer, and I'm just gonna take a tiny bit and do that over my nose, looking real glowy and flush. Now I'm gonna do my eyeliner. You wanna use something that you can like smudge out. I'm just really gonna make like a wing out here and connect it to my lash line a little bit further than halfway on my eye, and then that's it. And then it doesn't have to be perfect because we're gonna smudge it out now. I'm using my favorite smudge brush. Yeah, I'm just smudging it out and creating like a sharper wing. Now I'm gonna go in with, uh-oh, I broke this one. Woo! Gotta be careful with that now. Okay, I'm gonna go in with this color right here in the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette, and I'm just gonna very lightly set that just so it doesn't move as much throughout the day. I'm going to add a little tiny bit of highlight. So I'm gonna use my Bobbi Brown Shimmer Brick, lightly dust, lightly dust here. I'm gonna use these Ardell, I think these are Wispies, 110 black. I'm just gonna cut off the outer corner on each of these lashes. Let's measure it first. So I'm gonna cut it off to like about here, where the shorter lash is. It's about like here. Then you end up with this tiny piece, and then I'm just gonna mirror that on the other side. The easiest way to do that is to kind of like match up your short lash to the full lash to see where you need to cut. So like here, I stacked it on top. I got my new Lash Glue. So this is the velour lash. I've never tried it before. This is gonna be my first impression. So this is what it looks like. Already the packaging I think is better because it kind of like brushes off some of the product. So I feel like you'll have less of an issue with buildup of product like in the cap. Let's brush it on. And then I'm just applying this right on the lash line, just on the outer corner, and lifting it a tiny bit on the end. Tiny bit lifted. Now I am going to curl my lashes with the falsies so that it's all integrated together. I'm gonna first apply some lash primer. This is one from Lancome. And of course, if you're doing this makeup look and you don't feel like putting falsies on, that is totally fine. And then this is a waterproof mascara from Lancome. And then that really just helps blend the falsies with your real lashes. I'm just gonna add some inner corner highlight. I'm just using like a small fluffy brush. Pop that right there. I'm just using the shimmer brick from earlier. Underbrow, just a little bit. I just picked up this bottom lash mascara from Clinique. Never tried it before, so again, first impression. My regular mascara wand is like huge. I just have a really hard time getting the mascara on my lashes because my bottom lashes are so tiny. So I bought this one specifically because the brush is so small. There goes nothing. We're gonna try it out. I already really like how it's so much easier to get all of these individual lashes. I couldn't even get those like tiny ones in the corner. So far, I really, really like this product. If you have tiny bottom lashes like I do, yeah, I recommend it. I'm gonna put some lip balm first. I'm gonna start with some lip liner, and this is Spice from MAC. I'm just overlining a little bit. This is a Pat McGrath lipstick called In Love with Olivia. Yeah, it's a nice color. And then lastly, I'm just gonna do a tiny, tiny bit of gloss. I'm not gonna do the whole lip, but this is my usual Fenty lip balm in Fussy. I'm just using this big, huge, fluffy brush to go over my entire face. Make sure everything is very well blended. And that is pretty much the look. I'm gonna quickly do my hair. What do you think about these? I think these are kind of fun. A little bling. These little dumb hoops. This combination? Yeah, that's the look. I'm just staying at home today, so I feel like this is the perfect clean girl stay-at-home outfit. Right? Clean girl? Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you liked my rendition of the clean girl makeup. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button if you enjoyed this, and also don't forget to subscribe. Help me get to 500 subscribers so that I can finally share my skincare secrets. All right, I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.